What if I told you that the things you do every day could be secretly sabotaging your life? You wake up, go through the motions, and think everything's fine, but deep down, there are habits creeping in that are slowly tearing you apart. These aren't just small mistakes, they're silent destroyers of your happiness, success, and mental peace. The worst part, you might not even realize they're happening. Stay with me, because today, we're uncovering the most dangerous habits that could be slowly ruining your life, and how you can stop them before it's too late. We all have habits, some good, some bad, but what happens when your habits start to control your life in ways you don't expect? It's easy to think that small actions, repeated over time, won't have much of an impact. But the truth is, certain habits, no matter how small they seem, can have a devastating effect on your emotional well-being, your productivity, and even your relationships. Take a moment and reflect. How often do you find yourself stuck in a pattern you know isn't serving you? Maybe you procrastinate on things that matter most, or you constantly put others' needs before your own. Perhaps you binge on social media or stay in toxic environments, just because it's comfortable. These habits aren't just trivial inconveniences, they are actively sabotaging your potential. And what's even scarier, many of these destructive habits are so ingrained in our daily lives that we don't even notice them. It's not always about big, dramatic changes. In fact, the most dangerous habits are often the ones that seem normal or acceptable. Over time, they start to erode your mental health, your self-esteem, and your capacity for growth. But what can you do? How do you break free from these habits that you've unknowingly allowed to shape your life? In this video, we're going to break down the habits that are quietly ruining your life, how they hold you back, and most importantly, what you can do to stop them before it's too late. Let's explore the 5 most destructive habits that could be undermining your success, happiness, and mental well-being. 1. Procrastination, the silent killer of productivity. Procrastination is one of the most common habits that can destroy your life without you even realizing it. It feels harmless at first, a delay here and there, a small excuse not to start a project, but over time, it builds into something much more toxic. Procrastination is more than just putting things off, it's an emotional avoidance mechanism. You delay tasks because of the fear of failure, perfectionism, or simply a lack of motivation. The longer you delay, the more anxiety builds, leading to a vicious cycle. You feel stressed because you're behind, so you procrastinate even more. This habit prevents you from reaching your goals and can even ruin opportunities in the long run. The worst part, it affects your self-worth. Every time you put something off, you reinforce the belief that you're not capable of handling tasks or responsibilities. 2. People-pleasing, losing yourself to please others. People-pleasing might seem like a harmless act of kindness, but when it becomes a constant habit, it destroys your sense of self. You say yes to every request, even when it drains your energy, because you fear disappointing others. Over time, this can lead to resentment, burnout, and a lack of fulfillment in your own life. This habit keeps you trapped in an endless loop of trying to gain approval from others. Instead of focusing on your own needs and desires, you become fixated on meeting everyone else's expectations. People-pleasing not only harms your mental health, but it also leads to unbalanced relationships where you're giving more than you're receiving. You lose sight of your own values and priorities, making it harder to live authentically. 3. Negative self-talk, sabotaging your own potential. The way you talk to yourself is one of the most powerful forces in shaping your life, but many of us are unaware of how damaging our internal dialogue can be. Negative self-talk, telling yourself you're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough, drains your confidence and keeps you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. Over time, it erodes your sense of self-worth and prevents you from reaching your full potential. The more you reinforce these negative beliefs, the harder it becomes to break free from them. You begin to accept them as truth, even though they are just stories you've told yourself. This can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and depression, and it directly impacts how you approach challenges, relationships, and even your career. You're living in a prison of your own making. 4. Staying in toxic relationships, holding on to what's hurting you. Staying in toxic relationships, whether with friends, family, or romantic partners, can be one of the most destructive habits. It's easy to rationalize staying in these relationships because of familiarity, fear of being alone, or a desire to fix the other person. However, toxic relationships drain your energy, affect your emotional health, and limit your personal growth. You might feel like you're not good enough without these people, but the truth is, these relationships are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself. Constant negativity, criticism, and emotional manipulation wear you down over time. These relationships keep you in a state of emotional turmoil, preventing you from living a peaceful and fulfilling life. 5. Avoiding change. Sticking to what's familiar and comfortable. Fear of change is another habit that quietly destroys your life. You may stay in jobs you hate, in environments that don't serve you, or in unhealthy routines simply because they're familiar. The comfort zone is a trap, and the longer you stay in it, the harder it is to break free. Avoiding change means avoiding growth. You stop taking risks, stop challenging yourself, and ultimately stop moving forward. The fear of the unknown is natural, but it's also paralyzing. Over time, avoiding change can make you feel stuck, unfulfilled, and restless. You might tell yourself that it's safer to stay where you are, but in reality, staying stagnant is one of the most dangerous habits. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone, and without it, you can't live up to your full potential. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I break free from these habits that are slowly ruining my life? The truth is, change doesn't happen overnight, but awareness is the first step toward transformation. Recognizing that these habits exist and are holding you back is the key to breaking free from them. The most intense and crucial moment of change comes when you decide to take action. You don't have to eliminate these habits all at once, but you can start small. Begin by identifying the patterns in your life that align with these destructive behaviors. Ask yourself, what is this habit costing me? How is it affecting my relationships, my happiness, my success? Take proactive steps. Set boundaries with people who drain your energy or contribute to your negative self-talk. Challenge your thoughts when you find yourself engaging in procrastination. Break tasks down into smaller, manageable pieces. Practice self-compassion, replacing negative thoughts with affirmations that build your self-esteem. Embrace small changes. Take that step out of your comfort zone, even if it's just one tiny risk at a time. Breaking free from these destructive habits is possible, but it requires time, patience, and a commitment to yourself. You have the power to change the course of your life, one habit at a time. By recognizing the habits that are destroying your life, you can begin to shift your mindset and your actions. Focus on your mental health. Take steps every day to protect your well-being. Whether it's through mindfulness, therapy, or simply taking time for yourself, you are the only one who can protect your peace. Create positive, healthy habits. Replace the habits that hold you back with ones that move you forward. Develop a routine that builds confidence, promotes growth, and encourages balance. Let go of toxic influences. Surround yourself with people who encourage, uplift, and support you, people who respect your boundaries and appreciate you for who you are. Embrace change. Change is uncomfortable, but it's also the gateway to growth. Don't let fear stop you from moving toward the life you deserve. Which habit do you recognize in yourself? Are you ready to break free from these destructive patterns? Comment below with your thoughts on how you plan to make these changes in your life. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more content that can help you unlock the best version of yourself. What will your life look like when you break free from these habits? The power is in your hands. Take the first step today.